social status. So this thing that's called social status, it's like the beanstalk, Jack and the Beanstalk. Or you excel in life, you have the ability to climb up on this beanstalk. But when I tell you that poverty, homelessness, intercity, and social status, they are all interconnected. When I start talking about that intergenerational mobility, okay, I'm talking about where families have the ability to pass down to their offspring, and where the next generation, they are doing better than the last generation. Over time, those generations has the ability to establish generational wealth. Now, when I look at the current migrant crisis that's going on across the globe, and this is a topic that a lot of people are talking about, but not enough people are talking about. With the overflow of migrants that are coming into the United States of America, I often wonder, what does that look like for the support and the benefits for the American citizens? About where is the funding coming from? Are these funds readily available for people that are American citizens that genuinely want to help themselves and move forward in another direction? The United States has an overall the highest poverty rate. I see America as an empath, maybe even a dark empath, because empaths have the ability to consume everyone else's energy, okay? To see everyone else's problems, but they don't see their own problems. If America, in my vision, is operating as an empath, where all of these other countries are going through different trials and turmoil, and they're having crisis in their weather, and they're poor and they're poverty stricken, the United States is running to save them. It's just like an empath, an undiagnosed empath, because if you really think about empathy, it's not a clinical term. It's not acknowledged on a clinical level. There are so many people who are currently suffering because the overflow of their empathy for everything that's going on outside of them. So we look at the United States as a whole, because I see it as a whole because I'm born here in the United States. So what happens here, it also affects me. It's a crisis that we're dealing with. We have our own crisis going on here, and we're also dealing with the crisis from other countries. So if we're going to unite and bring all of this back together, how can we actually bring this home, somehow increase the value of the country? If the United States of America is currently the highest overall poverty rate, not the USA, where so many people are fleeing their country to come here. We are reaching our arm out and helping so many people that what happens is that the overwhelm, it tends to set in. Now, of course, it's going to be possible to help and support some people, but the amount of people and how they are coming in the hundreds and tens of thousands, it's just a burden all around the board. How in the world did the USA arrive at this space? And the only answer I can come up with logically is that they are empaths, the same ones that have not acknowledged empathy as a clinical term are empaths themselves. To have empathy for someone is to see everything outside of you. See, this term empathy is thrown around so easy. It seems that a lot of the empaths, they get the rap of being a doormat. But that's really what we are. This place is a doormat where people just come over here, they dump their crap out, they leave it there, and they take it back, and they build up their country. But is the USA designed and structured to just be the doormat for other countries? I'm a bit confused by the whole structural dynamic. And maybe, my viewpoint may be a bit outside of the norm. This social status thing here is directly connected with the crisis that we are facing today. At Jack and the Beanstalk, it's taking the stairs when a lot of other people had the ability to take the elevator. See, opening up the doors to unite with these other countries, they bring in talent and innovation and growth and expansion from other areas. But what happens when you are connecting and outsourcing so much that you arrive at a space where you neglect the interior design of your own household? So for that, I guess that would make the USA appear to be doormats. But are they really doormats? Are we really doormats? I feel that there's a lot going on with the whole makeup of how things are going. Things does not change overnight. It's going to have to be a few steps that's taken and slowly introduced to not only, take a detailed introspective viewpoint of the intercity, the people who are coming into the states, and the difference of cultural norms, because there's going to be a level of social control that is necessary to bring some type of structure to the entire foundation of the USA. But if we are not able to do a valid, detailed observation of multiple different communities in multiple different areas, as well as devise a plan that's in accordance with the makeup of the community that we are focused on, we're going to be hindered, and we're going to arrive in the same space that leaves us in a negative. And I do believe that somehow this social status, maybe we need to sit back and take a really good look at what does that mean? Because sometimes a person that's in homelessness, they may rise that social status, and one of these homeless migrants that are en route to come here to find better living, a better living environment, work environment, maybe they may also climb that social ladder. It doesn't mean that we could save everybody. The same thing that we're supposed to teach to empaths. You can't save everybody. You need to focus on yourself. You have to focus on you before you reach your arm out and try to save the next person. So there has to be some type of level, y'all, and I'm a bit disturbed by it. I'm very disturbed by it, actually, because I wonder, what does the future look like with the current status that we're in? If we're in the negative, I read an article that says Social Security Trust Fund is running low. That means that we need to raise the economy, okay? So if we're currently in the negative, what does that look like for the future for us if we are still reaching our hands out to so many other people without cleaning the inside of our own house? But y'all let me know y'all comments in the comment section below and y'all thoughts on this topic.